coming out tonight. Again, I'm Jerry Jennings, Superintendent. We're excited for our first annual spring concert. We had a concert at Christmas, but this is our first spring concert. We're so excited. So students that are going to be performing, let's be quiet now and pay attention to our classmates and our schoolmates. Families, friends, staff, community, thank you for being here. I want to say a special thank you to 3 people. I'm going to ask them to stand. It's dark. You may not see them, but they're going to stand. We have our board president, Priscilla Benedon. Let's recognize Priscilla. We have another one of our trustees, the clerk, Ms. Kathy Hessman. She's here. Let's recognize Kathy. And one of our trustees, Jessica Price. She's here as well. Let's say thank you to our board members. And the reason I say that is because it's with their support that we have been able to bring music back to Trona. It's an exciting time. You can hear the buzz. Our students are excited to share with you what they've learned. We are so impressed with the progress that they've made, and we're proud of them. So, let's have a wonderful evening. We have Mr. Ken Utz and Mr. Jerry Bishop here from Music Learning Band in Fort Worth, Texas. They are our online provider of music. We have our local musiclearningband.com employee, Miss Stacy Cox, who will be running the program for us tonight. They are an effective team, so we're very excited. We will run our program, and when we get done, I will want to thank some of our other folks, our staff, etc. It wouldn't be possible without a lot of people working together. Classic saying, it takes a village, is very appropriate tonight. So, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mr. Utz, our first annual spring concert in a long time. Thank you.
Y'all are in for quite the treat tonight. We're gonna start with our elementary choir, and then as the night goes on, we're gonna get into our older students. So you're gonna hear from choir first, then our 3rd and 4th grade recorder band, 5th and 6th grade beginner band, and then our high school band. So I'm gonna ask our choir members to go to neutral. Let me see neutral from choir, and they have 3 songs for you. This is our third and fourth grade recorder band, and this is only the second time they've played together all year. We have 4 songs. This first one is Mary Had a Little Lamb with a Little Twist. If you listen carefully, you'll hear half the group are playing a harmony line to it. It makes it pretty cool. We have this cool space backdrop, and that was on purpose. This next song is the theme from Star Wars. Now we had a little problem with 3rd and 4th grade. They were doing just kind of too well, and so we had to move out of our recorder book and steal a song that you're going to hear from 5th and 6th grade band in a minute, and we rewrote it ourselves, kind of modified it for us, and this is our short version of Let's Go Twisters. We have one more, and this is our most difficult song yet. It's also one of the coolest. This is My Country 'Tis of Thee.
Thank you for waiting during that pause. This is our band here at school. Let's give these guys a big round of applause, please. I want to tell you, they have done such a great job. It's hard to believe they just started in September, and here we are, and you're gonna be amazed at how they sound. We have 3 numbers for you. Our first one's a little bit of a warm-up number. It's called Song Sheet 1, and it has old songs from childhood, and we're gonna warm up on this one. So this is Song Sheet 1. A couple of really, really fun songs. These are songs that I don't care if you go to a sporting event at a high school, a college, or even a professional sporting event, you're going to hear these songs played. This first one is just known as Let's Go Band. last one is really fun. This is called the Hey Song. We need your help. You have to help us say, hey, I'll help you out to the right spot. Give Chona a 5th, 6th, and high school band all together at Hey Song. One more big round of applause for them. Give us just a couple minutes and we'll have a high school group up. So thank you. Give us just 1 second. Now I want to tell you the group behind me, we came in last Sunday night from Dallas, landed, drove over here, got ready for Monday morning, and we walked into the high school band. And I'm telling you, it was actually an emotional experience for me. These guys sound so good. And I know that a lot of people are, it's really, I want you to appreciate exactly what they're doing. They're playing some very, very complicated music. We don't have any groups after their first year that are doing what they're doing right now. They sound so good. They have the music they're playing is very complex. It's not simple stuff. It has multiple parts, requires a lot of musicianship. But I'm telling you, I was so happy to hear they could sound this good. I'm so proud of each and every one. They are very, very talented kids. And we're super excited for the future of the band here at Trona. We have a few numbers for you today. This first one we're going to do is called Going Rogue. Wow, that's really good. I'm telling you, it's just so much fun to do this music with them. This next one's called On Guard. I guess it's supposed to be simulating some sword fighting or something like that. This is On Guard. Let's hear it for Sean and all those drum solos on that one. That was awesome, Sean. What concert would be incomplete without a song about a dragon? So we're going to do one called Dragon Slayer. Before we play our very last one, just a couple of quick words. You know, music, it's hard to understand exactly the impact that music has on people. If you really want to see that, watch a movie sometimes and turn the sound off. Or a movie that has no music. Sometimes they use that for intensity because there's no music. You have to sort of listen in and dig into what you're watching to understand what's going on. But if you take the music away, it can be absolutely boring to just awesome and emotional and really make everything tie together. And you know, when we play together, it's like that for these guys too. I mean, it's just a great experience. And I want to thank everybody here at Globe, Dr. Jennings, the school board, all the kids. What am I talking about? At Trona? Thank you at the Trona School District for having us. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to the kids. But you know, in the future, you never know what this might mean. This could be a launching board. Every song that you hear on the radio and all this popular stuff, 99% of all that comes from kids that start a band right here, just like this in their band program, and they realize how fun and rewarding it is to play music, and they keep going and they have a talent for it, and you never know what happens. There's an old saying that if you keep your music, it will keep you. That's very true. There's so many opportunities, whether there be high school to play football games, or playing in band with your friends, or maybe going to college and getting a music scholarship, or playing professionally, or teaching music, or just playing, having fun as an adult. You can play an instrument your whole life. And it means an awful lot to us, and I know it means a lot to these kids. And we can't thank you so much for this opportunity to work with such talented kids. Don't they just sound awesome, these guys right here? Mr. Huss wants to chime in, but thank you so much. We have one more tune before that Mr. Huss is going to talk, but thank you again for listening to us, for all of our music this evening. We appreciate everything from everyone.
One thing that's so neat about tonight is you get to see what the next step is, and the next step, and the next step. So for our choir students, the next step is either a little bit more choir, or getting to start with a recorder or another kind of instrument. For our fourth graders, their next step is an instrument in fifth grade. And for our fifth and sixth, seventh, and eighth, the next step is band in the fall. Well, we talked with Bertrand's Music, who right now the school district, thanks to the board and Dr. Jennings and everyone's support, the school district paid for everyone's instrument through the school year. We talked to Bertrand's Music and we said, we have a ton of kids that want to do this next year. What are they going to do for their instrument over the summer? They have to turn it in. And Bertrand said, well, if they're going to continue, they need to practice over the summer. Just let them keep it, no charge. So for all the band members continuing on next year, your instrument is yours. We'll sign it out with Mrs. Cox over the next 2 weeks. But there's no charge to keep your instrument over the summer so you can practice. I want to give a big round of applause for Bertrand's support. All right, they've gotten enough breaks, so here we go with our final song. I think it kind of needs no introduction, but it's, yeah, no introduction.
You'll know this right away. Charlotte High School Band.
Before Dr. Jennings thanks everyone too, we have some awesome classroom assistants, Tatiana and Jamie. Could you all stand up? Without them in the classroom, this really wouldn't work. So I want to give them a huge round of applause. And on the band side, is Stacy Cox keeping it all together for everyone across the country.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And I do want to say, on behalf of Trona Joint Unified School District, this would not happen without the staff, the teachers. Derek, thank you so much, Derek McCullough, for his work in making this gym be set up tonight. Thank you especially to Mr. Ken Etz and Mr. Jerry Bishop from Texas. Let's give them a Trona thank you. Thank you, Jerry and Ken. Thank you so much. Thank you, parents, for your support. Thank you, community. We want to give our kids opportunities in all kinds of areas, and we're thankful so much that music is back in Trona. Let's keep it going. Let's be together and make this happen for our kids. Thank you for being here tonight. Drive safely on your way home. Go Tornadoes.